Yeah. Yeah, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
Scampi and chips.
Thanks.
The staple food of every good British man.
Does taste good.
Yeah, it tastes even better when someone else has paid. Thank you very much, Lee.
It does taste better when it's free,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
That's why sometimes me and the missus will order for each other and then we'll swap meals.
Right, but don't you both generally get scampi and chips?
Yeah, but it tastes better because I've got hers and she's got mine.
Right. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Same as your religion. Same, that's not free.
It's not a game. It's not a game, mate. It's a living relationship with the God of the universe. Not playing around with this whole faith thing.
Yeah, still a shame it's not free. I reckon more people would go to your church services if they were free.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's all the upfront costs, you know, like having the pressure of giving someone your well-earned cash when they turn up. Some places I've been to even do a little talk at the start of each time about how if you go to their church, got some more on your side. But that's not all of it. There's all the extra costs associated with it all.
What would they be then?
Well, I watch you, right? There's all the social costs. It's like massive.
The social cost.
Yeah, mate. You don't come out in the town as much as you used to, you know. And when you do, you're all like sober all the time. It's not very appealing, that, is it? Plus, Jimmy the Wicket from the cricket club, he's organising a trip to the men's only club with the pole dancing demonstration.
That's
you know what I mean? And you're all like,
Yeah,
that's not for me,
it's
mate.
not for me.
What you're talking about? Plus, we're all talking about watching adult movies. You're all like, no thanks. I mean, it's like you're always judging us.
What? You're telling me you think we'd get more people in church if it was somehow magically free, and when we do come, it makes no difference at all to the way we live?
All right. When you put it like that, it doesn't sound very well thought through at all, does it?
Listen, the stuff that you think's so important,
Yeah.
what bits do you actually get to keep?
Keep? I keep all of it, mate. My wife's a plasterer. We're raking it in.
You get to keep all of it, do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I've got a modest sized house on that new estate behind where Harry Big Mouth used to keep his scrap. We've got a car each. I've got a bunch of mates that come round for film and beer nights on the projector with the surround sound. And we go off on 2 holidays a year, usually to Marbella or to some Greeky island somewhere. I look great, I feel great. Most importantly, me and the missus, once a week. Know what I mean?
All right. Does sound like you've got the ideal life, doesn't it?
I'm living the dream. Plus, the missus brings in so much spondulix for her job, right? Me as a plumber, I only have to do 3 days a week. For the rest of the time, she lets me bob off around the house tinkering with stuff and doing the place up.
And what about Jeff the Breath?
Oh, don't, mate. Don't. That was tragic what happened to him, wasn't it? Winning the lottery, 27 million, getting that car and that house and everything down the road from Ted Sheeran.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, splat. It was quick, wasn't it? A skip landing on top of your head is a quick way to go. But he'll probably end up on, like, horrible histories in that stupid death bit.
So what's he got now after all the stuff he's got on down?
You know what Harry the hairdresser said, right?
What?
He said he bought one of them buy-to-let flats on the waterfront. It was just a small property. Harry said the only thing he's got left now is a little flat.
Oh,
Get it?
mate.
A little flat.
Hello,
Get it?
no. Seriously, you can't take any of it away, can you? Nothing. Nothing comes with you when you die. And more importantly, nothing that really makes you happy now.
Are you telling me? When I'm sat down with the parlour mates watching Lord of the Rings extended trilogy all day, on my massive screen with surround sound, knowing that it's Magic Saturday with me and the missus later on,
No.
I'm not actually happy. This religion's gone to your head, mate.
All right, great. What?
Well, now you've piqued me interest, haven't you? I've told you all the reasons why I feel like I am happy and fulfilled and why religion costs too much. And somewhere, in all my wonderful answers, full of self-importance and worldly philosophies of instant gratification and acceptance, you feel like there's something I'm still missing. And now I want to know what it is.
Not all about religion, mate.
Yes, it is. It's about that church hobby of yours.
It's not a hobby, mate.
Oh,
It's a living relationship with the God of the universe.
you keep saying that.
Because it's true.
Things aren't true because you keep saying them. If that was the case, I'd be super attractive and look at this face. Not happening.
Listen, all the way through history, right, the same thing's been happening. But People will get the most power, always want a bit more. People will get the most money and stuff, always find themselves feeling like I still haven't got what I want. People who want to be at the top of the social ladder because they're like super beautiful or successful, they always find success slips away from them, or they have to keep like injecting themselves with Botox in case people notice the youth is draining through their toes.
Yeah.
But faith, knowing God, right? It's what you've really been looking for all the time.
Says who?
There's a guy called Paul. He wrote this. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I've learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether I'm well fed or hungry, whether I'm in plenty or in want. I can do all of this through the man what gives me strength.
Who's this Paul guy? Sounds like a soundbite from a mega church pastor who's got a high salary and clearly a ministry writing Christian bestsellers.
He's a guy what started up a ton of churches, took nothing from them, paid his own way all the time, and ended up writing that statement from prison.
But an easy role model, some criminal with nothing. You're more bonkers than I thought you was.
No, he didn't. He's in prison because of his faith. Loads of places in the world still today talk about your faith to get bunged in jail.
So he's writing from prison, and it's all like, I've got the secret, lads. What was it then?
Right in the middle of him, in his core, what we call our soul, he was at peace with himself, and he was at peace with God because Jesus made a way for him to be.
Right. Let me ask you a question. You're telling me
That you don't want to do God because of all the stuff you've got all around you, your house, your friends, your money, your holidays. What if I took that away? What if the Dodger comes and takes your wife, right? You damage your hand in a freak Paris engine accident out in Greece somewhere. You can't work no more.
that might happen.
You lose your house, you'll end up living in that tiny flat owned by Jeff the Breath that got squashed by a tip. It'll never happen. And then, worse still, you lose your good looks. You've got to live the rest of your life with a fungal infection and makes you look like a massive raisin.
Can I still have the video projector?
That's not the point. God's more than all that stuff. A relationship with God is like my whole identity, right, is based around who God thinks I am. Yours is based around all the stuff you've got and the people around you and the stuff you can do. All of it comes and goes.
So, you can lose anything and still be happy.
There's this super old Bible passage from a prophet speaking to the Jews, right? He says this: everyone is thirsty for God. Come to the water and drink. You don't need no money. Come and eat and drink from God's table. Come and get wine and milk for nothing. Stop desperately scrabbling around for stuff that can never actually fill you up. Stop working so hard for the stuff that's never satisfying you. Listen to me. Eat this eternal food, and your soul will be delighted with the best ever produce.
How do I know whether your way of being Christian's the right one? There's loads of church groups around, and they're all like, oh, it's the best one, come to us, give us your money.
Jesus meets this woman one day, right? She asked him that exact question.
Did she?
Yeah. You know what he says?
Did you say your church by any chance?
No. He says, God is spirit. And God's after people who throw themselves into this living relationship with him in the deepest part of themselves, in an honest and full way. It doesn't matter if you worship him in this style or that style. He's after worshippers who know God through Jesus. That's what he's after.
But there is a cost though, it's not free, is it? Huh?
You do need to think it through, because part of the deal is choosing that you want to live as much like Jesus as possible, but you do it because God's wiped your slate clean, and he keeps wiping your slate clean every moment of every day. I mean, that's why I can be content in every situation.
Well, I'm content, because you pay for this delicious meal. I'll give the rest of it some thought.
All right. What are you doing tonight?
The missus is out on a massive job, so I've got the teenager. So we're watching the new Disney series about a spy in what turns out to be an alien pixie. It's a musical. It's good. All right.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.